What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Paul. In this video I'm going to show you how I shot the solar eclipse that happened just a few days ago on a vintage lens. This is a Tokina 400mm lens that I purchased on eBay, and I used it with an improvised solar filter to shoot the solar eclipse. So here are my results, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
In 2024, a captivating celestial event graced the skies, a total solar eclipse. This phenomenon occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, blocking out the Sun's light and casting a shadow on Earth. The 2024 eclipse was especially notable because its path of totality crossed parts of North America, offering millions of people a chance to witness this awe-inspiring spectacle. In this video, I'm going to show you how I attempted to film this once-in-a-lifetime event.
This is where I live, which is just in southern Ontario, next to Detroit. Alright, so today is April 8th, and it's the day of the solar eclipse. I have my shades on, I have the setup, my camera setup. Right, so I'm just getting ready to photograph the solar eclipse. I have a Tokina 400mm lens, and I have a G7X. This is going to be for wide angle shots, and just maybe talking to the camera. And I'm going to try flying the drone. There was quite a few fishermen out there fishing. There's a walleye run on the Detroit River, and there's guys fishing here. Basically the walleye migrates down the Detroit River from the northern lakes, Great Lakes, to the southern ones. And yeah, my dog's gonna be helping me, of course. Hey, what do you want? What do you want? No jumping. So for this lens, I don't have a solar filter. I should have been more prepared, but I did buy a solar blanket. So I had to rush last moment, improvise some sort of solar filter, and I just ended up going to the dollar store and purchasing this camping blanket. I was wearing gloves not to get fingerprints on the blanket, which is made of mylar, which reflects most of the light coming in from the sun. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just cut off the end here, which still is a lot brighter than most solar filters. It still lets in more light, which has both advantages and disadvantages. That's more than enough. So it's more than enough one way, but alright, so I'm gonna do a test shot. Okay, so set it to 22 aperture, and then Alright, so 100 is ISO 200 is the lowest. Okay. Earlier in the year, I purchased a few lenses that helped me capture the moon, this moon set right here, and also some night shots of the moon as well. The great thing about the micro four thirds system is the fact that any lens you buy is effectively doubled length. So this 400 millimeter actually becomes an 800 millimeter lens, which is a great thing to have when you're trying to capture something as far away as the moon. And of course the big challenge is keeping everything steady and not to have it move around in the frame. With a lens that long, you pretty much need a tripod. However, even with a tripod, a moon is not stationary, or neither is the sun, so you constantly have to make adjustments, and it moves quicker than you think it would. Now, I did have a schedule more or less to follow. The whole event was about 2.5 hours, with totality lasting about 3 to 4 minutes. There were websites on the internet that showed the path of the total eclipse. My backyard was about 30 kilometers away from there, so I wasn't expecting total darkness or the diamond ring. I wanted to shoot a series of time lapses to show the progression of the eclipse. Soon after the eclipse started, the colors started to change drastically. The outside light started to look artificial, actually something like a Wes Anderson movie maybe. The change in colors was just mesmerizing. The sun, as best I can describe, is maybe eerie. I've never seen the sun and light outside look this way. Solar eclipse going on right now. See if it's behind me. It's about I guess it's like 2/3, maybe not, maybe it's 1/3 of the way. Getting closer to half. So I'm just out here waiting for the sun to set. I want to fly the drone. I have the drone up here and have a camera going in the backyard as well. So trying to see if I can get a picture of the eclipse. Got a few so far. It's about 1/3 of the way done. It's definitely getting cooler and dimmer.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
I sped up the clip here to show you how dark it gets and how much the camera tried to compensate. Each time you see a flash, it's the camera trying to adjust to brighten up the scene. I will show you just a few clips from the drone flight. I will make a separate video just of the flight itself. Alright, so I've been filming at aperture 22 and shutter speed of 1600, and I have the filter on top as well, which is just made from a emergency blanket. So yeah, I'm surprised how much. Not sure what is going on. Why is this camera drifting so much? I have a really hard time here keeping it center, but now maybe it's gonna keep it in the center now. It's definitely overexposed. The sun is definitely overexposed, but how dark would I need to make it to not to overexpose it? Alright, so I'm just finishing up recording here. Yeah, so I'm almost finished recording the eclipse. It's almost done. I have the camera set up here with the dog looking on, making a mess of the backyard as always. And so I just have to adjust the camera here. You can see the eclipse is almost, yeah, you can see it's basically almost done. It's just at the tip there, and we'll see how the images turned out. I do have a lens hood. This is a 400mm Tokina lens. It's a pretty big lens. And look at the size of the camera in comparison. And my dog has been keeping me company. And I did fly the drone. Had a beautiful shot. I think I'm pretty happy with the drone shots. Could have been better. The only thing that happened was I ran out of battery. I flew the first time too early, and then the second time I ran out of battery. Could have been up there maybe for 2-3 more minutes. I set the camera in time-lapse mode and eagerly awaited as the solar eclipse passed overhead. The camera was set to take a picture every 5 seconds. This is the final result, and basically without a star tracker it's not really possible to use a tripod to track properly or smoothly in any way. 800mm is too close to keep things steady. It does give you a dramatic shot though. Since ancient times, civilizations around the world have marveled at the solar eclipse. To them, it was a celestial dance, a moment when the sun, the giver of light and life, momentarily surrenders to darkness.